thank you for joining me. Joining me in considering, is it worth the effort? Whatever it may be. And I came across a little phrase that I hadn't come across before, being used by a fellow YouTuber. And instead of, is it worth the bother? Is it worth the hassle? She uses, is the juice worth the squeeze? And I like that because it gives you the idea of an end product, i.e. the juice, and the effort to get it, the squeeze. So it gives you a choice. You have to think, is it worth it? And if it is, then you're going to end up with a nice glass of orange juice, lemon juice, whatever. If not, down to you and a glass of water maybe. But you have the choice. But sometimes it's rather than is it worth it, am I worth it? Now that's a whole different ball game. I remember many years ago living in Cyprus, and I met a lady who was holidaying there on her own, and we got on famously, and we'd meet each day at the pool and have a good chat. And she was amazed that on the nights when my husband was away, that I would just often have a bowl of cereal to eat, or maybe throw a salad together, but I would not be bothered what I ate. So my juice wasn't worth the squeeze. Or maybe I wasn't worth the squeeze. Was I the juice? I asked her what she did, and her husband was away a couple of nights a week on business. And she said, well, I have a sherry whilst I'm preparing my 3-course meal. I have a glass of wine with it, and I have a brandy after it. So one of us had got it wrong. And I don't think it was her. Apart from the fact that if I was having the sherry, then the wine, then the brandy, I would probably end up being sloshed each night. Obviously she didn't. But we have to consider where we put ourselves on our lists of priorities. Are we even on the list? Have we made it on that bottom rung, or have we climbed right to the top where we should be? Clients often struggle with my suggestion that they need to show themselves more love, more caring. Because if they don't, things will crumble. And then they have to have a think about that. And I say, well, if you carry on burning your bridges, burning the candle at both ends, using whatever metaphor you choose, you are going to burn out. And what happens then to those people, your family, that you're supporting? What happens then to the busy job that you are juggling the plates for? What when those plates come crashing round your ears? What happens then? The job will suffer, and if you burn out, your family will suffer. So you have to think, you have to absolutely believe that you are worth it. You are worth any effort to be put in. And if people see you putting an effort into yourself, it often happens that they will then put some effort into how they treat you. Because very often they pick up on the fact that you really don't put yourself on the list, so why should they bother? So set that example. Show that you believe, you absolutely know that you are worth bothering about. And let others know that too. Don't forget, top of your list. and keep that position. And give yourself a treat or two for doing that. Maybe not a sherry, a glass of wine and a brandy. Maybe one or the other. But take care. Take the best care of yourself that you can. Bye.